Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about like I was saying, today I'm going to be talking about a crazy experience that happened to me back in high school, and it was probably creepier than my creepy stalker stories that I did back on my channel. If you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. And my friend kind of introduced me to Snapchat, and she's like, hey, like check out this app, everyone is using it, it's so cool, like you could see, like, you know, people would send you snaps and you could see it right away, and it's just awesome. And I'm like, interesting. And on top of that, she's like, this is kind of like BBM. And if you guys, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what BBM is, but if you don't know what BBM is, I will explain it. Back in like 2000 and like, I'd have to say like 2009, 2010, back in those years, everyone had, not an iPhone, but everyone had a BlackBerry. It was like an app that came with the phone, and it was called BlackBerry Messenger or something. Everyone would use it. This was like crazy. Like, and the thing with BBM, I'm not sure if you're in your country or wherever you live, if you guys did this, but in my country, like here in Canada, people would like add the most randomest people, and whoever had like the most amount of friends would be like considered like the coolest person, would have all the connections to everything. And she said Snapchat is kind of like BBM, so let's have a competition. Let's see who's gonna get the most friends. And I'm like, let's do it. And so we started to, you know, shout out our names, and I was asking other people to shout me out and, you know, tell everyone to add me. And we had like 2 weeks or a week to do this and to count up who has the most friends. You know, I put my Snapchat name on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and I'm like, add me, add me, add me, add me, you know? Shameless self-promo. What you gonna do? I'm a competitive person. Random people added me. And the thing with my Snapchat was that I turned off the option for me to accept every single person that added me. They just automatically went on my friends list. So I did not have to accept anyone who I didn't know. And that was the biggest mistake that you could possibly make, because it's super dangerous. You know, Snapchat, people have access to like your life, and it's more personal, I think, than Instagram in a way. A lot of random people would add me who I didn't know, but they would have their, you know, their name or maybe their last name within their username. However, there were those people who added me who didn't have their actual name. You know, it had nothing to do with their actual name. It was like, you know, I love peanut butter 101 user 2.5, you know. And I was like, you know what, whatever. And every time they would post something, I would see, and I'm like, oh yeah, that kid is from my school, I know who that is. However, there was one individual who creeped me the f out. And I'm gonna tell you guys, this story was pretty intense. So grab your popcorn and just listen. Here we go. So this individual added me, and you know, I didn't think much of it because it's Snapchat, you know, nothing serious, nothing bad can happen. No, honey. No, I was wrong. This kid added me. I didn't know who this person was. I didn't know if they were a guy. I didn't know if they were a girl. I didn't know if they were an old man. I did not know. I got a Snapchat of a black background, pitch black. You can't see anything. And a message saying, hey, I know you. I'm, you know, reply back saying, also black background, saying, who are you? I say like, hey, who are you? And that person says, don't worry about who I am. That was our short little conversation, and it kind of ended. I didn't reply back. The next day, or a couple of days later, I think it wasn't the next day, it was like 2 or 3 days later, I get a Snapchat, you guys, brace yourselves. This Snapchat was of me and my friend. It was a picture of me and my friend at her locker. A message at the bottom saying, whoa, you look so beautiful today. You know, I opened up, I'm like, oh, okay, like this person thinks I'm beautiful. I'm like, okay, that's a compliment. There's nothing wrong with being complimented by a strange kid at your school. Nothing wrong with it. Cafeteria, I was eating it. I was eating my lunch or whatever, and I get another Snapchat of me eating, saying, wow, I wish you could eat me like that. And I'm like, I was like, what? What does that even mean? I started to look around, and I'm like, who who could this person be? But in cafeteria, everyone's on their phones, everyone's talking, it's a crowded place, and it was impossible to see who that person was. And I opened up my Snapchat like 10 minutes after it's been sent, so I couldn't really tell who that person was because they could have left the school. So after that picture that I got, the second one of me eating with a disgusting comment under that picture, first of all, it's disturbing thinking that, there's a paparazzi person just taking pictures of you in high school, saying you look good, saying they would want them to eat you in a certain way. And then I got another Snapchat, but it wasn't of me. After that cafeteria picture of me eating, which is so disturbing, I went to class and I get a Snapchat saying, it's pitch black, but I saw like jeans, but it was like, I didn't know, it was just pitch black. And it said, do you want to know who I am? ... question mark. And then I take a picture of like my classroom. I'm like, yes, please, like, who are you? And he says, come to the main hallway. This, like, he told me a location to go to like right now and you will see who I am. It's a surprise. And I'm in class and I'm just thinking, is this safe? But at the same time, I'm in school, so if anything happens, you know, I'm in school. There's a principal's office right beside the main like entrance. That's where I was supposed to meet that person. And I was thinking, is this a good idea or is this something I should not be doing? And just sitting in class, listening to my teacher and just being a good student. I went. So yeah, I went downstairs to, because my class was on the second floor, I went to the first floor, to the main entrance, and there was no one there. So I'm just looking around. To my right, no one's there. I look to my left, no one's there. I look straight, no one's there. I look to the back, there's a teacher there, but teachers, I'm pretty sure they don't know what Snapchat is, so I'm like, I didn't even think about the teacher. I'm like, bruh, it's not the teacher. I look in the cafeteria because it was in the main entrance area. I got played. That person wasn't there. My classroom, and I was sitting there and I honestly felt like I was in Pretty Little Liars, that this A character was just stalking me, sending me messages, pictures of me and my friends saying that I'm beautiful, and I kind of got creeped out. I'm like, listen, you know what? Deleting him off of my Snapchat. So I deleted him off of my Snapchat and I thought that was the end of it. The next day I was making my way back to class, like it was second period, I was making my way to my class, and I get another Snapchat from a random username. Did you think you got rid of me? And it was a picture of me walking to my class. And I'm like, bruh, who are you? And I Snapchatted them back. I'm like, who are you? What do you want from my life? Get no reply. I make it to my fourth period class, and this is where it gets really interesting. And I was sitting like on this side of the U, like I wasn't in the middle, I was like over here. And I get a picture of me in my classroom saying, you look cute, from that username. When I got that Snapchat, I'm looking at, like, right away, I'm looking around and I see this kid right across from me doing like this. This is his phone. He's like, he was like, you know, trying to make it seem like he wasn't looking at me, but he did it so quickly. And I'm like, you've been caught. After class, I'm like, come here. And I'm like, I saw you take a picture of me. Why didn't you tell me that it was you? I wasn't friends with this kid, but I wasn't like enemies with him. And I'm like, what were you thinking? Like, why would you do that to me? That creeped me out. Like, and he's like, oh, like, I was just kidding and it was just a joke, and, you know, don't take things seriously, it's just a prank. You would make a second username after I have blocked you to continue on a prank? Really? Moral of the story, don't make your Snapchat public and do not add people that you don't know or usernames that you do not know, because there are some creepy, unhealthy people out there who will stalk you, who will send you nudes, who will harass you. You will never know, because you don't know what's happening in another person's head. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I made it because I do know I have a younger audience. I just want you guys to be careful when it comes to social media, because it can get a bit dangerous. So try to make your things privated, blocked, and just as safe as possible. And that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!